Tonight on Stateline, another measure of red tape for the state's small bars.
It will have a great disincentive for a number of people.
WA fashion designers thriving in the downturn.
I would say that my sales have increased by 100%.
And the classical music stars of tomorrow. Classical music and teenagers may not be a typical combination, but it's one that's drawn big crowds to the Perth Concert Hall every year since the 70s. The Opus concert showcases the talents of the state's top young musicians, and this year the event celebrates its 35th anniversary. Patrick Stack caught up with some of the classical music stars of tomorrow.
These talented young musicians are undergoing some late preparation for one of the biggest performances of their short careers. They're rehearsing for the 2009 Opus, an annual event which showcases the state's top performers. For many, it's a milestone they've been working towards for years.
I've been playing since I was 6, so for about 10 years.
My mum taught me piano from a very early age, so I grew up with music and I'm very used to being in that environment, so yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yafina Yap and Elena Patak are two particularly gifted performers from Churchlands High School, starring at the Opus at the Perth Concert Hall.
It is a great venue and it's really exciting backstage, and yeah, I really like it there.
What I love is just you get to play with a whole range of people from different schools, so you get just a whole kind of new perspective from outside your own school.
The man in charge of the operation is Bruce Herriman, who played at the concert himself more than 2 decades ago. These days he conducts the main orchestra at the Opus, which is made up of about 130 students from a number of Perth high schools.
It blows me away each year which we get to work with these kids that have at an incredible standard, and it seems to improve all the time.
It's not the first time these girls have experienced a high standard of performance. They've played big concert halls before and have even been on tour.
We spent time touring New York. We went through New York State to New York City, Canton, as well as Canada, so Montreal and Toronto and Niagara as well.
Now in its 35th year, the Opus has become known in music circles as a launching pad for young musicians. Many Opus alumni have reached great heights. A prime example is Alan Meyer, who is the principal clarinet with the WA Symphony Orchestra. Mr Meyer says the opportunity to play in the Perth Concert Hall as part of the Opus helped inspire him to pursue music as a career.
We didn't know then, but it's actually one of the best in Australia, if not the best. So, and now I'm in the WA Symphony Orchestra. It's fantastic to play here. But back then it was once a year we got to play outside of the high school. So it was very exciting. It's
a great motivator, I think, to have opportunities to perform for a lot of them at the concert hall where they don't get to play very often in front of a big audience, and to share their music.
The Department of Education-run School of Instrumental Music is responsible for fostering the talents of about 15,000 young musicians across the state. But only a select few, about 130, are chosen to perform for the Opus Orchestra. And despite fierce competition for opportunities at elite institutions, many are optimistic about a future career in music.
Probably going to apply to the WA Academy of Performing Arts as well as the University of WA for a music degree. I'm not quite sure what.
I think I'll probably do a degree, hopefully at the University of WA, doing a music bachelor degree.
After months of rehearsals, this year's Opus appeared to be a resounding success, even if the conductor wasn't sure it would come together.
Once it gets to performance night, not much you can do, yes. You just get up there and wave the baton and hope they finish together.
And that's Stateline for this week.